Hey guys, this is Oracle Daphne. My name is Beth, and I'm back again doing your June 2015 monthly tarot horoscope for everyone with their sun and sun or moon in the lovely Libra. I am doing a little cool healing thing where I'm sending you guys lots of healing energy and light with this little pendant that I got at this place called the Agate and Bead Shop in Ellensburg, Washington, where I live. And it's like a little rattle, like a little bell. So I'm just going to kind of send you a little dust off some of the cobwebs here on your physical body. Some of you have some liver problems and some lung problems. And somebody has some issues with their left shoulder. And someone has some issues with their right leg, and specifically their right calf. Someone has issues with their left wrist. Okay, so I'm sending you that to you. And I just want to get to the reading. So let's get to the reading. Again, this is for everyone with their ascendant, sun, or moon in the lovely Libra. And let's see what we get for you guys. Okay, so it's interesting. So you got the foundation, which is the strength card. Okay, and the strength card is interesting because it's usually Aquarius or Leo, but it can indicate a Capricorn, Taurus, or Sagittarius, or Aries partner. Okay, so you could be that. You could be in a relationship with one of those people. Okay, one of those other signs. Okay, this is the foundation. So you're in a partnership. And, this is the strength card. So in a positive light, this is power, strength, love, taming the beast, a partnership that is really supportive of each other, okay? In the best sense, okay? There can be, in the negative sense, there can be some control issues in relationships, okay? So you may be in a relationship that has some, you may be in a relationship with someone who's very controlling, okay? And so that person really thinks they hold the reins, wears the pants, and is in control. Libra, you may be that person, okay? Guys and girls here, you may be that person. So it's something, the strength card is, trying to find the balance between, giving up what you want and, or overpowering somebody else. So it's that, that balance of give and take in a relationship. Finding that is super important, okay? And there's some inequalities in your relationship because you also have the Six of Pentacles issue. This is in the immediate future. And this is usually the resentment card, okay? This is the resentment card, and I believe you've gotten this many times, okay? The Six of Pentacles to me is someone who feels like, or maybe actually also contributing to they may not just feel it, they may actually be contributing to the household more than their fair share, okay? They may be the sole breadwinner, okay? So, Libra, I see you, this is to me a typical Libra-Aries combination, okay? But it doesn't always have to be. And I talk a lot about the Libra-Aries combination. But, again, you could be in a relationship with someone who is a Taurus, Aries, Capricorn, Sagittarius, or Leo. Message me if you are in a relationship, Libra with a Leo. And, they may feel that they're contributing a lot to the household, but you may feel like they're not contributing enough. Or you may feel like, okay, so if you're a Libra man, you may be feeling like, if your partner is an Aries female, for example, You may be feeling like she's not, contributing enough to the household. You may be making all the money and she may be spending all of it, So there's inequalities there. Now, in the best case scenario, this is an equal partnership where people are really working together and they're just, basically supporting each other, okay? That's what should be happening. But chances are that's not the case, because typically I see this as the card of resentment, okay? So most of the time there are issues. Now, the Strength card is a very positive card, but there are usually issues. The Six of Pentacles can be a positive card, but there are issues. So the fact that you have both, and you also later have the Seven of Wands, which is the arguing and fighting card, going back and forth, having issues with your partner or your parents having issues, or there's family drama of some kind. I feel like you guys have money issues. You and your partner have financial disagreements, okay, or just disagreements, or someone feels like they're putting a lot of effort and energy and time and money into a relationship, and the other person, you feel like the other person isn't, or maybe the other person really isn't. Now, you have the Eight of Swords coming in from the outside, which means that someone is someone is sending you negative energy, okay? This is a karmic, also, the relationship that you're in, for many of you, is a karmic relationship. Now, every relationship is going to be different, okay? And I'm reading for thousands of people here, so it's not going to be everybody in a karmic relationship. But it feels like you're in a no-win situation in the relationship you're in, because it's karmic. Because karmic relationships generally end badly. Karmic relationships end in arguing, fighting. It's just they're there to help you, teach you lessons. They're not there for you to live, right off into the sunset. However, right now, you do have the card about riding off into the sunset. Some of you are riding off into the sunset, okay? Some of you may be, feeling very joyful in the beginning of June, feeling amazing, okay? This is good, really, really good. It's not all negative here, but I do see that if you're in a relationship, there are challenges. That's all I'm really saying. There may be, you may be Libra females, you may be in a relationship with a Cancer male, because I see the Sun guy is usually the Cancer guy. Not always. It can be a Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries as well. If you are in a relationship with a Cancer and you're a Libra, let me know. Message me on that. But yeah, typically it's just sort of like this moment. You're basically having your moment in the sun, okay? And you feel like this is a really good person, okay? I don't feel like the Sun card is you, although you may be feeling like really high as a kite right now. Like the beginning of June, Libra, you may be having a very high moment where things are good. But in the distant past, there are these control issues. In the soon to come to pass future, in the immediate future, you have the Six of Pentacles, which is the inequality of relationship. In the recent past, you have the Nine of Wands, okay, which is one of the waiting cards, which is really very interesting because it doesn't really go into what's happening here. It may be that there was some element of delay in your relationship, or you may have had a very hot and cold type of relationship with this person, this Sun guy, this Cancer dude. You may, Libra females, it just may be very hot and cold. It doesn't feel like it's consistently good. You may be spending a lot of time outdoors, or maybe you may be feeling like you want to spend time outdoors, and there's something about the outdoors that's making you happy. You need to get more sunlight. You need to get more vitamin D. The more time you spend outdoors, whatever activity it is, the happier you are. But you're kind of surrounded in kind of this not quite good, but not quite bad energy. It's sort of this in between, you know. It's interesting because it is the balance between really good and really bad. However, you do have extremes. You have the Sun card here in the center of everything, the heartbeat of the reading, which is joy, which is awesome, okay? But then you have the Five of Cups, which is like depression crowning you, okay? Which is waiting for your ship to come in, waiting for another waiting card, waiting for Mr. Right to come along. So you may have been in a relationship with the beast. You may be beauty, and you may be in a relationship with the beast, or you may have been in the past with the beast. You may be the beast, Libra. Be the beast. I'm gonna get a sign. I'm gonna say, be the beast, Libra. You go get him. That's all I could say. And so yeah, so you may be the beast basically, but it just feels like for whatever reason, time is passing you by. You've got two waiting cards. This isn't Mr. Right. It feels like you're kind of in a relationship that's very status quo, okay? And it does also feel like you have highs and lows. You may be bipolar. You may have blood sugar problems. You may have significant, serious mood swings, okay? This is where, you know, again, you're feeling high as a kite, and then 1 second later, maybe 2 seconds at the most, a day or maybe even the next day, you're feeling low as low. Like it's, and yeah, you're sort of like in the status quo relationship. It's not Mr. Right that you're with. You're with someone who's kind of just in it with you. It feels like you. It doesn't feel like you're married, but you could be. If you are married, it feels like you have issues, arguing, you know, fights about money, fights about control. You know, you do support your partner. Maybe your partner doesn't feel like you do. Or maybe you feel like, you know, or your partner does support you. Maybe you feel like they don't. At good times, they're supportive. At bad times, you feel like they're not supportive. It just, to me, you know, it's going back and forth. It's very classic Libra, actually. For you to have the Six of Pentacles, okay, which is, you know, the resentment card, feeling like somebody doesn't support you enough. And then also having the Three of Pentacles, in the future. So this is immediate future, and then this is a little bit later on going, you know, you may feel like they actually do, or maybe they come around and they do. But then you have this Eight of Swords, which is this dark negative energy, which is very karmic, and like, you know, you feel stuck. Maybe you feel like you can't get out of the relationship and you want to leave it, but you, for whatever reason, you can't. Or maybe you just feel like it's going to suck no matter what you do. Maybe you feel like you're never going to meet that person. Because this may be the kind of relationship that you want, okay? And you may not have found it yet. You know, this Five of Cups girl, if you're a male Libra, could be someone that you recently broke up with, okay? So, you know, you could have been here with her in the past, or this could be a completely different girl, because to me, they're different. This, to me, is more of a, you know, fire sign or even an air sign energy, and this is more of a water energy, more soppy, sad, you know, tears, lots of tears and waterworks energy. So you may have maybe you had this other girl in the past, and now you have this new girl. Definitely two women here for you male Libras, or it's just that, you know, the girl you're with right now is unsatisfied, unhappy, and you know, there's arguing that's going to come from this. There's just, it's sort of like it's building, okay? Right now, it's been building, and it's building into this argument later on. Because you have the Seven of Wands, which again I've talked about, but you know, you have the Seven of Wands card, which is just, you know, which is annoying to me because it's a stress card. It's a card of stress. It's a card of arguing. It's a card of tension. And again, like I said, things are building for you, Libra. It's like, I feel like part of you wants to say that you want things to get better, but you don't really want to. Libras always beat around the bush. They never really go in for the attack. They never really like stake their claim. They never really come out with it until finally, like 10 years later, they call you a bitch. You know what I mean? Like it's sort of like Libra. You need to get to a point where you need to have an honest conversation with the people in your life. Okay. And tell them how you feel, because if you bottle it, it's just going to lead to an explosive argument later. And there's a lot of tension. And so it's could be sexual frustration too. Some of you may have sexual frustration. It's not just like, you know, not just stress, but I feel like it's stress for some of you. Those of you who aren't in a relationship, those of you who are waiting for a relationship, you may have some legal issues going on, and you may come to some kind of settlement, or you may be in the legal field, and you may be doing a lot of settlements. Some of you are lawyers. I feel like some of you have lawsuits. And you're waiting on. Maybe it is that you're waiting on these lawsuits, and the foundation is the strength here for you, and you have the strength to kind of get through all of this stuff, and so you're going to settle. But it's just, you got to watch out, because here's the thing: the Karma card is meeting up with the settlement card. The Six of Pentacles to me is also the settlement card. When that happens, that means you get only a percentage of what you're supposed to get. Why? Because of karma. Karma takes it. Okay, karma just comes in and takes it. So chances are it's not going to be what you think it is. Okay. And this leads to some frustration, okay, on your part. Now, before I get to the final card, we got this Knight of Pentacles here. And the Knight of Pentacles is someone who's going too fast, who's got tunnel vision. They're focused entirely on the goal. They're focused entirely on getting somewhere. This is someone who is driving too fast or just focused too far out, okay? Too far on the future. I feel like Libra males, because this is a male card predominantly, because sometimes it's Libra females too. I'm going to go ahead and say both male and female Libras need to slow down. Okay, you need to kind of make sure that you are focusing on being in the now moment, in the here and now, okay? You're not looking way too far down the line. Part of you is waiting on this settlement, and there's some greed there. There's the green monster there that's waiting for the money, and you're missing out on life. You need to stop and smell the roses. Literally, stop and smell the roses and take some time to enjoy your life. The more you delay your life for this lawsuit, or put anything on hold for this lawsuit, or it's just not going to be good for you in the end. You are significantly blocked from this career card, okay, which is the outcome, which is you getting a job, or you climbing to a pinnacle point in your career, or you getting a promotion or a raise. You're blocked from it because of karma. And I feel like because of the settlement or lawsuit situation, and because of arguments and negativity and tension in your relationships. So it's not surprising to me, Libra, because you're all about relationships, and to me it feels like your career is kind of put on a back burner, and you need to really focus more on your career and doing more in your career, because and you have to really have a better attitude that things are going to be good. Because if you have a negative attitude, which a lot of times Eight of Swords is the negative attitude, you're never, if you say to yourself, oh, I'm never, then it's not going to happen. because you just put it out to the universe that it's never going to happen, you know? You need to believe that you're deserving of this raise or deserving of this job, deserving of the promotion, of this achievement. I need to believe that you're going to get there, and you need to stop arguing with your partner, you know, or leave the relationship. But I feel like it's building. If you're in a relationship, I feel like it's building to something bigger, and it's not healthy. To me, it's not. It's an unhealthy relationship. And as for some of you, okay, so for some of you, you are in an equal partnership where there is strength and it's you and them versus the world, and your partner really does help you, and things are really good, okay? But some of you, I feel like predominantly, but you're still waiting. You still have two strong cards about waiting. So even if your relationship is really good, even if you're one of those Libras that, you are in a good partnership, there's some cracks in the the woodwork, there's some cracks in the sidewalk. There's some elements to your life that aren't in, I would say, that are not in balance, okay? And so, you can overcome these, arguments and our struggles. And I feel like you will, but you need to, you have the green-eyed monster. You may be in a relationship, again, with an Aries, because you got this Four of Pentacles. I pulled 3 additional cards. The Four of Pentacles, you may be the miser, Libra. You may be the miser, okay? You may be in a relationship with the miser, okay? But, or you just may have some issues with, being greedy about money. You may be greedy about some money. You may be wanting the settlement more than anything else in the whole universe. And it's, you got, 3 green cards here linking up. And to me, it's the green-eyed monster, basically. It's greed. It's selfishness, And so, again, karma's going to come in and say, you can't, it's not going to work. You're not going to get what you are expecting to get because of the karma, okay? And it's not good karma for you to get really anything, because that's kind of how karma works, okay? Because it's like this. It's like if you file a lawsuit against someone and your whole point here was to pay off some karma. Like you came down here, you reincarnated, and your point was, okay, I'm gonna pay off some karmic debts, Then, and you have some negative karma, then by doing this whole lawsuit, it actually makes it worse for you later. It actually makes it so you have to do more, so there's gonna be more loss later because you went and you tried to get something when really the universe was saying, no, you need to give. This time around, you need to give. But you're trying to get, and because you're trying to get, you're only going to get a portion, and it's going to be really hard. It's going to be a long, hard journey, and it's not going to be easy money, and, it's going to be dragged out. And it's going to then make it harder for you to move forward in life because you're waiting on this stuff to happen. So, you are going to be successful in the end. I feel like you are going to make it in career because you did get the Chariot card, and that's fast, swift success. But before that, you're going to have to kind of get to a point where you're sleeping better at night, needing to get to worry less. You may be moving. Some of you may be moving. I feel like you need to really move on. If you're in a relationship or you're going through a crazy legal thing, you need to move on from it. You need to fly away. You need to cruise away from it in order for you to become unblocked. But you have some, you have some devil energy, which is being chained to the money, chained to a job, chained to, there's some, some of you may not have any legal stuff going on at all. Maybe you're just dealing with some inequalities in your relationship, your partnership, arguments about who does what, and et cetera, et cetera. But maybe in the past, you had some alcohol problems, drug problems, maybe you have some sex problems, pill problems, and that's blocking you as well. I feel like some of you smoke. Some of you smoke, some of you drink quite heavily, actually. Um, I feel like you need to really break free of your relationship and move on. And I feel like you're going to make the decision to do so because you got the Ace of Swords. Because this relationship, I don't feel like, for some of you, it's a healthy partnership. And others, it's not. For those of you who do have a healthy partnership, I feel like they may be I feel like at the same time, this also may be a karmic relationship where there's some elements to it that it's not going to really end well because it's a karmic relationship, because it's not supposed to be where, again, you live happily ever after. Jeez. Okay, so that's that. I am going to pull one final card here to get kind of clarify if there's any messages coming in for you, Libra. I feel like this is a tough month in some ways for you, and others, it's like you start off on this really high note, and then it goes from high to low within like 2 seconds, and then it kind of deteriorates later in the month, where, I feel like you are kind of avoiding the issues that you have, and you're bottling them up, and you're not talking them through with your partner, and it's just eventually going to explode. It's okay. I didn't want to leave on a bad note, so I pulled 2 final cards, because the first final card is negative. The first final card is the Four of Cups, okay? The Four of Cups is about a girl who is, it has an inability to concentrate, kind of is checked out. This could be your partner. This could be you. Guy or girl, doesn't matter. This card really embodies living in the dream, not living in the reality, okay? Needing to time manage, needing to focus more. Some of you are kind of avoiding others. This is where you need to call up some friends and go out for lunch, This is where you need to call somebody and say, let's go to a movie. This is where you need to snap out of it and kind of get back into your life again, rather than kind of avoiding others and locking the doors and, living in a bubble, basically. Right now you're kind of living in a bubble, and that's not good for you, okay? But the final card is the Page of Pentacles, and the Page of Pentacles is new beginnings, the seed of the new, okay? The seed of potential. So I feel like the message is for you to, some of you are going to be going back to school, but I feel like some of you need to start fresh and do something different, and maybe start a new relationship. This is also, again, going back to new opportunities. This is the new of the new of the new. And there is that dream of comfort and stability and material security and the green-eyed monster. It's important that you overcome that. It is important that you do things that are not based entirely on material security, finances. You need to live, I feel like some of you need to live a more healthy lifestyle, and some of you need to have a healthy attitude towards your life, as in the I can do it approach, rather than the world's against me approach. And have, I feel like, open and honest conversations with people about what it is that you're looking for in a relationship. So when you get into a new relationship, it'll be a good discussion. So that is all for now. I'm going to send you a final jingle. And I send you big hugs, big kisses. And I will talk to you guys again soon. Thank you so much. Take care.